What's up YouTube? My name is Joshua Wade and I want to welcome you to my channel. The topic of conversation today is LumaFusion, and for those of you who are unaware, LumaFusion is a paid iOS app for your iOS device which clocks in at $29.99 USD and in my personal opinion is worth every penny. Every video that you've seen on my YouTube to this date has been edited and exported via the LumaFusion app. One of my recent projects that I did was actually a music video for an original song that me and a good friend of mine wrote together. And despite it being a super amateur music video from amateur videographers such as ourselves, we actually got a few questions on how we went about making the music video with LumaFusion. One question come from Armani Boy, I'm sorry if I got your name wrong, but he asked, can you make a tutorial on how we made the video with LumaFusion? And the answer to that is absolutely, I would be happy to. So without further delay, let's hop into LumaFusion and I will show you the process that we used to create this music video. So here is LumaFusion, and on the top left you will see our files. And the very first thing I want to do is import the song, and in this case it's Make You Mine MV, and the MV basically just stands for music video. So I'm going to click and hold, drag that into the audio section. I'm going to go ahead and preview it. Okay, it's playing fine. I'm going to pinch and zoom to scroll out a bit, and the first thing I want to do is I'm going to click this little icon to the left. And you're going to see some different selections. The first thing I want to do, and this is a habit I like to get into, is hit the lock button so that way I can't slide the audio around by accident. And for those of you who have seen the music video, if you've not, I will leave a link in the description. The opening scene is this one right here that I got with my DJI gimbal, and you'll notice it's 60 frames per second. We did that because if we wanted to slow it down later we could, we didn't have to. So I'm going to go ahead and click and drag that down to here, zoom in a little bit, take a look at it. And the first thing you're going to notice is there is still audio on the video clip. When you look. Okay, to get rid of that, just click the little speakers. And basically any one of the clips is going to be muted. Anything but the song is going to be muted. So on the opening scene, there was a little bit of a sun flare right here, and that is where I want the downbeat of the song to come in. So right about here, that's my buddy Colton, we're going to go ahead and make sure the clip is selective and hit the scissors. Go ahead and delete that last scene. Click this, and I'm going to click to the left here and drag over a little bit. That's linked. Let's unlink it. Let's see here, click and drag it up there so it doesn't link. So I'm going to stay zoomed in, click and drag this back so I got a little bit of leeway on the intro, and I'll show you why, because I want this scene to come in on the downbeat. So okay, so that spike right there in the audio, that's where I want this scene to end. So I just line that up freehanded, and when you saw me drag it from this one down here up to here, I'll show you in a minute why. Let me go ahead and bring that back so that way that transitions to the other scene on the downbeat. When you look at good, perfect. Now that that's edited, the reason I use this one right here instead of the other one under it is because whenever you click and you drag a clip, that's magnetic, and I like to leave it set that way so that way I can edit my clips in the top one, and then whenever I just click and drag it, it automatically snaps to this. So okay, perfect. Now comes the fun part. I know this video clip right here is the one that I want because that's the first half of the verse, of the first verse. So I'm just going to click, hold, drag it into the top one, not the bottom one. And I'm going to go ahead and preview. I'm going to unmute that for now, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I'm going to look where he starts walking. I know that's when he starts singing on the song. So I want to mute the song for now so I can preview on the video clip exactly where he is. Okay, so right there is where When You Look at Me. So I want to cut it right there at the win, and this clip is selected. Hit the scissors. I keep saying that because if you don't select a clip, like if I were to not have this locked and I were to just hit the scissors right now without that clip being selected, it'll cut every clip that you have in view. So we're going to lock that again. And delete that. And here comes the fun part, the very annoying, tedious part. We're going to zoom in on this quite a bit. I'm going to unmute the song, and I'm not going to mute the video clip just yet because I want to be able to sync up his voice with the music, so I'm going to listen. So that's way off. And we're going to click and drag it over. When you look at me. Close. Overshot it by a little bit. When you look at me, I can see the light. It's off a little bit. If we really wanted to get down to brass tacks, I can take that and kind of move it over a little more. When you look at me, there we go. I can see the light. Okay, so that's good. And now I'm going to take this axis and drag it out to here. So that way, whenever I click and drag it down, it'll sync up automatically. And that's where the magnetic part comes in. As you edit the clips above, you can click and drag below into the track below it, and it'll automatically sync up. Now this should be synced. When you look at me, I can see the light. Perfect, beautiful. So on the beginning of the video, you can see it did a slight transition, and that's super easy to do. Select the clip that you want to have a fade-in transition. I did the traditional fade-in transition on this one. So I want it to fade in. Your playhead is exactly where your transition is going to come in from. So I'm going to hit this little plus at the bottom and just hit transition, and it automatically it defaults to the cross dissolve. When you look at me, I can see the light. You're looking so that's pretty much it, guys. Just keep going with the different clips. Use the track above to sync up the audio, and then you just keep this main track muted, and that way whenever you can click and drag it down, whenever they're synced, you know they're gonna transition properly. When you look at me. And this video is going to be a multi-part video. I want to try to keep these kind of short and to the point. On the music video itself, you can see there were some overlay titles, and I will get to that because that's a custom font. I want to show you guys how to do that also, to put custom fonts in LumaFusion. And I just can't fit everything into one video without the video being 45 minutes long, and I really don't want to do that. I do some keyframe animations on this. I do the overlay titles. I do a lot of pretty cool stuff with this. I even do some color grading, and we'll get to that later on. And yeah, if you want to stick around, if you liked this short video, I'm going to have a couple more videos coming out with the keyframe animations and the color grading and everything later down the road for the music video. And I will leave a link in the description to the music video itself if it's something you think you're interested in. Stick around for the next couple of videos. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.